Welcome to the Golden Feminine podcast. This is a sacred space dedicated to expand wisdom around feminine energetics, multipotentiality, embodied leadership, love, empowerment, and sexuality. I'm your host, Inês Roque-Duval. Hello, beautiful one. In this episode, I decided to share with you my womb healing journey, why I do this work, why I'm so passionate, and what actually pushed me through this path. Everything started when I was told by a gynecologist that I was close to have a womb cancer. I suffered for many years womb imbalances and PCOS, polycystic ovaries, and several sexual dysfunctions. And I had a wound in my womb that was hard to heal. And if I did not take a pill, I would have cancer in 6 months, basically. And this is the reason why I started this journey. I traveled around the world to meet incredible, inspiring mentors, teachers, trainings that master the feminine embodiment work in order to heal myself and find solution for my problem in a holistic medical way instead of taking the pill. I hope you enjoy this podcast. This is a live I hosted on my Instagram profile, and I decided to turn into an episode here. Hola, hello Rita, hello Deborah, hello Gerald, hi, welcome. So today we are talking about womb healing and my potent journey, and it was because of my womb that I started the work I do. So I'm very excited that I'm gonna bring actually this wisdom to you and my journey, and I hope that it inspires you in any way. I'm just allowing people to arrive a minute. It was a very spontaneous live, but I felt that it can really help to you to understand. Hello Deborah, hola, hello. Help you to understand what we are going to tap in on this Sunday. And for those who want to come for the womb healing journey, it will be such a goddess rejuvenation, and I'm really, really excited for you to join this. So I'm just turning this the sound down now that people are arriving. And just because I'm recording a podcast at the same time, so you will able to also see it in my future podcast. So I think it's
recording in progress.
It's now okay. So welcome everyone. I'm so excited for this live. Thank you all of you that are arriving here, and I have such a potent theme for you to tell you, and most of you normally ask me, how did I start this journey? I have done several introductions. I know that there's a lot of new people in the field, but I haven't speak a lot about my womb healing journey. So one of the reasons why, one of the first signs I got from the universe to actually start this healing journey was because I was having several problems around intolerances, emotional, unbalanced emotions, depression, and anxiety. I have a whole story, but the day that actually clicked and why I bring this work, and I know I'm the first client of it, and I know how it changed my life forever, how it changed my shine, my magnetism as a woman, and my power, the power of creation that I have, my fertility. And when I talk about fertility, I talk just not the fertility around babies, but actually how I'm fertilizing my dreams, how I'm fertilizing everything I want to manifest, my relationships, all kind of relationships, my business, my personal life, my day. So there is a lot actually to fertilize during the day, my body. So, and my power started from me nourishing and connecting with my womb. I know that there are several women, and in Portugal I've been supporting several women with problems in their wombs. They are really close to cancer. Actually, I'm attracting always the women that are in going through journeys and issues that I have been through. So the day that everything clicked for me was when I was in a gynecologist. I always have problems with my menstruation, but I didn't know that was actually a big issue, because we women, we don't know the power of the wombs. We have been hibernated on that. We have no idea about the power we hold here inside, and all the wisdom we can access, all the wisdom of our soul, of our ancestors, if we connect to our wombs. It's like we can become hyper intelligent and hyper connected and hyper intimate with ourselves when we connect with our wombs. So I was having several problems along the years, like not having menstruation for almost a year. And well, for me it was like, I was even happy because, well, I don't have menstruation. I don't have to care with all these problems and going to the beach or no. So many of women actually do a lot of procedures to not have menstruation. And this is one of the biggest blockages for just lowering your power as a woman, your shine, your magnetism, okay? Your womb is what creates everything, just not life, but everything is connected with the deep core of the earth, of the galactic womb, of the womb of the earth. Is so powerful. Some of the times that we are not connected with our creativity and our intelligence, we don't have enough clarity, is because we don't have enough connection with our wombs. So, which is where comes all the creative power. We can even have a lot of energy and a lot of ideas, but if we do not have enough connection with our wombs, we actually cannot create. I have been observing women that have a lot of energy and on the upper chakras and work a lot with the astral planes, and sometimes have difficulties in coming back into the body and have a lot of ideas. They receive all these ideas and creations and they want to really manifest, but things don't really happen. And projects don't really succeed and you don't move forward. Somehow you cannot bring it into earth. Because like babies are like souls that come from the skies and you birth it into the earth through your womb, the same has everything that we want to create in lives. Everything we want to manifest. So the click happened again because one day I was in my gynecologist and she said to me, you are about to, if you don't take the pill and if you don't take this surgery and these procedures, you are having cancer in less than 6 months. Your cells are just developing and you are very close to have cancer. And I was very scared because I took, in Portugal, you had even for free at a young age, all the vaccines against cancer in your uterus, in your cervix. And I was like, how is this possible? Like, how they are developing? It's like I took the vaccines, well, everything is good in my health. I don't understand. So then it's when everything changed. When I understood that I had a message here, something was really going wrong. I was about to have cancer at the age of 24. I was like, what? Like, I no. I had polycystic ovaries. I had problems in my breasts. I was not feeling my breasts. I was having chronic UTIs. If you are familiar with UTIs, urinary infections, and chronic yeasts, like every time I was with a partner, I was having yeast infections and candidas. And well, cervix was something that, well, I didn't know that existed actually. But that sometimes you need, due to PCO, due to PSO, so you mean also the polycystic ovaries, and you mean also menstrual cramps. Well, I don't really know why, but that was what was told to me. And at a certain point, I had to be very interested about Tantra. And I don't know how. You know, when you feel a call, it's just not because you see a marketing campaign or you see... when you really feel a call, you know that your body vibrates. You feel like womb healing ceremonies, Yoni Steaming, Tantra, Taoism. Somehow, like my body, without even knowing anything of this, was just vibrating. I knew some things. I was reading a lot of Osho, but I didn't have the actual experience. And somehow, I end up in some ceremonies actually to heal my body, and I end up in a training of 6 weeks just about the sacred femininity, where somehow when I came back out of this training, all this disappeared. The doctors didn't even understand how that happened. I didn't have any more polycystic ovaries. The moment I was in the training with the women, I remember perfectly, it never happened in my life. On the 28th day, I got my menstruation on the new moon. This never happened. So by doing feminine work, by being in a circle of women, and by having being in a space that was held by women that have done this work and have for years, decades, and could hold a space and an energy field for the process to happen. And I was doing so much emotional alchemy, so much work around awakening my yoni. And I'm telling you, I didn't went to this training because I wanted to heal this. I went to this training because there was a call on my womb, a call in my heart. I have to go. And I didn't have clarity. And sometimes you don't even need the clarity. You just need to follow the impulse of the heart. And I went. And I came back from all this 6 weeks and doing female work, and I heal even my allergies and food intolerances. So I went because I wanted to know more about spirituality and opening my channels to connect with the divine. And what happened, the medicine I need was not to connect more with the divine. I need to connect more with my body. I need to connect more with my centers. I need to connect more with my yoni. So that was the journey that happened. And this is what I bring into my work. Are women that sometimes, even though in the spiritual realm we are doing a lot of energetic work, and now it's like very common to wake our energies, and I do a lot. I'm totally devoted into understanding our multidimensionality, but from an embodied state, from a state that we first heal the bodies. We first tap into the powers of our wombs. We first tap into the powers of the yonis. We tap into the power of the heart, and understanding that our body holds all memories of our history of this life, and holds all the memories of our ancestors. So recently I was going deeper into these themes and trying to understand also the story of my family. And it was so it really was such a deep healing, because most of this issues we have in our wombs and in our yonis also come from our ancestors. Most of us, our mothers and our grandmothers, which was my case, they had super painful pregnancies. The moment where you gave birth, like, was really cruel. Like, midwives and a hospital did not have enough care for the babies and for the woman who was giving birth. So I was listening to these stories of my mother and how was my pregnancy, and my pregnancy was traumatic. And I know so many women arrived to me that the pregnancy, that the way they were born was so traumatic, and that affects deeply your body, your subconscious mind, and that affects also your womb. So all the pain that your mother had when you were born is still in your womb and can affect your experience as an adult, and how you are also relating with your own pregnancy and own relationships, and your safety is directly linked. So I was listening to this, and you can also ask your mothers, how was your pregnancy? And mine, for seconds I didn't die. I was born all purple. I almost didn't die, and my mother was born exactly like that as well. My grandmother was telling me how painful was her childhood. She was like 1 month in bed, and the doctors like didn't sew her well. It was such a traumatic experiences, and this wound is passed over generations, and you feel this imprinted. So imagine how much generation that women, we have been through an hibernation, and we don't know about this for millennia. So you are carrying in your womb a lot of pain, not just emotional pain, but physical pain. I heard that my grandmother, even though she didn't took the pill, and my mother neither, but she had horrible menstruation and migraines, and she had completely zero connection with her womb. My mother as well. So there is a disconnection with your womb that is aggravated from also your family line. That reflects on the problems I see nowadays with women. So I see women having problems with menstruations. I see women with endometriosis. I see women with cancers very early in the cervix, in the uterus, in the ovaries. I have been supporting women with cysts in ovaries and breasts, and I have had experiences of women that just sit in my circle, and in the same night they didn't have the menstruation for 1 year, and then they get it. And then women that didn't have had cysts and had to go in surgery in 1 week. Then when they go to the surgery, the cyst disappeared. And that was not me doing nothing. It's just you sitting in the feminine energy, reconnecting with your womb, reconnecting with your organs, because your womb and your organs, all your body is so intelligent. The universe made us in such an intelligent material, by us just connecting and doing this work, we are already alchemizing, and we don't need any pill, any surgery, we don't need anything of that. Well, I'm not talking about extreme cases, but I'm talking about in also early stages is completely curable just with you connecting with your womb. And that is not me doing nothing, is not any shaman or any healer, is you being supported in a field and in a container where you can connect and listen to the messages, because all the pain and diseases and wounds that come are intrinsically connected with a message you need to hear for your evolution. And as we don't hear this message, it keeps aggravating. You keep having more symptoms. It's all the symptoms, all disease is pure disconnection with our bodies. This is. The divine is intelligence. We are not God. Do you include ritual in your work, and what kind of? Yes. So I'm doing this live dedicated. I do a lot of rituals and a lot of support in my programs and individual, but I'm doing this circle dedicated because we are doing a super powerful ritual on Sunday here in Lisbon, and with a partnership with Isa for Yoga Nidra. We are going to go so deep after the ritual. So what I want to present to you is, for me, the ritual that changed my life. I do, and most of you have been in circles of womb healing with me and have amazing experience, but for me the most powerful way to actually connect with the womb and your yoni is through my one specific ritual, which is the Yoni Steaming. So I call it Yoni Steaming and Womb Steaming because for me the womb and the yoni both benefit from this steam. So as you go to the sauna, to clear toxins, to relax, to purge through the sweat your body, has multiple benefits. The same with your yoni. So sometimes we have in our yonis emotional stagnation. We have toxins in our waters. And the steam gives such a journey of healing. So you are bringing a steam with power herbs. So I love to use rose because rose has such a medicine. I'm very connected with the rose lineage and with red, as you can see, and the medicine of the rose brings so much healing to the heart. It for me is the symbol of the feminine wisdom. It's very connected also with the priestess Mary Magdalene, if you know about this priestess. And when I connect with this medicine of the rose, I connect with my sexuality, I connect with my womb, I connect with this feminine, with sensuality, with beauty, with all the characteristics of the deep feminine. So we use the medicine of the womb the rose, to actually nourish, to infuse this medicine into the steam and bring this medicine into our yonis, into our womb, and reconnect our wombs with such an element of the earth, because the rose comes from the earth. And what we want to bring here is the connection with the earth, which is incredible, intelligent. And when we connect with the earth, we connect our wombs and our yonis, all our sensual temple into the earth, we are actually tuning in with the intelligence of the earth that actually can alchemize everything in our bodies. So the steaming not also have these amazing properties of healing your waters, of clearing toxins. I'm talking about also the water elements, and which we're talking with in our waters. We also talk about emotions. So sometimes in our yoni, and for those who are familiar with my work, I go through the yoni is also a multiflexological point where we have connection with our organs through the yoni, and we have also through the organs we have also emotions. So we are connecting with emotions and we are alchemizing emotions, we are purging emotional stagnation, and especially I have had an incredible processes around rage. For example, I had a lot of repressed rage in my family. There was so much repressed rage, and one of the reasons why my G-spot was numb was because also I had so much repression there, because the G-spot is connected, for example, with the liver, so it was connected. And by doing this, by actually bringing this medicine of the herbs and the steam into these places, I was actually numbing, and I was able to connect with my womb. And when we connect with the wombs and the yoni at the same time and open the heart to actually alchemize it all through the heart, I was having visions of my childbirth. I was having visions of the steam starts to touch points in your body that actually bring you to memories. Memories are coming up because your body, maybe your conscious mind doesn't remember, but your body knows all the memories and brings all the memories from the unconscious mind to the conscious, and you can see it. And when you can see it, you actually have the opportunity to go deep and liberate it. So it's an incredible way of healing. I have here just a question. So also one of the things that helped me a lot, and this is the womb steaming. I do it very often, normally after my menstruation and just before the menstruation. And it helps to regulate. Because the steam, when my womb just loves the steam so much. And when it receives the steam and the medicine of the rose, of the herbs, of the lavender, just there is this purification. And going on the menstrual, going deeper, it regulated deeply my menstruation. So I was able, when you have your menstruation regulated, especially with the cycles of lunar cycles, and when you are deeply connected with nature, it starts to happen, because your biology is to be in cycle with the moon. And when it happens, your capacity to have more energy, you are connected with all the phases of the woman during the month, because we have different energy and we have different levels of energy and creativity, and the way we experience emotions. There is so much magic during the 4 cycles of the woman, and when we tap into that, we just multiply our power. I have seen so much magic, and my business is also based on my levels of energy and creativity. I know when I'm more efficient, when I'm more productive. So I also synchronize with that. But what I want to also bring it to you is Yoni Steaming helps you to regulate the menstruation, helps to regulate also your hormones, which is so important. It has so incredible benefits. And one of the things, yeasts, candidas, and if you have problems also with herpes, with the UTIs, is so healing. But there is an aspect energetically that for me is even stronger to talk about, which is in our wombs, because of our ignorance, we have been connecting with partners along the years, with different romantic partners. And when we exchange fluids, we change our DNA, and we absorb energies. And most of women have no idea how to process these energies that enter in our yonis and wombs, and we don't know how to process it, how to liberate it, how to alchemize it also to the heart, because most of the women do not have these powers yet activated. And when this happens, these energies stay in your womb. When multiple energies stay in your womb, and sometimes from ex-relationship, from ex-lovers, and the lovers of these lovers. So I have seen women, when I tap into their energetics of the wombs, with multiple energies there. Wombs do not like that. We are not made to carry energies that are not ours. Wombs do not want to carry the wounds of our ancestors. Wombs do not want to carry the traumas of the partners. All the unprocessed emotions, because we absorb everything. We are so receptive as women that we absorb all these emotions and all these energies from the partner that we get sexually interacted with. So when we don't know how to alchemize it, all these problems happen in our yonis. The numbness, the candidas, the infections. Every time we are with the wrong partner, you have symptoms. Your yoni tells you. Always. Your womb always keeps giving you the signs, but sometimes we don't know how to listen, and we didn't have this education, and we cannot judge ourselves because of that. Yoni Steaming, with a powerful group and a powerful ritual, especially if you are in a women's circle, which is so much more powerful, this is increased. What you can heal and what you can unveil. So basically, when you come into a circle, sometimes the circle comes by resonance and comes because you all have a common thing to heal. Even if it's previous relationships or heartbreaks or numbness or diseases or womb cancers, like this all happens. The group that comes normally comes with the same issues to resolve. So when you come in a circle, it's even more powerful than when you are doing this alone, because with the collective, more energetic fields are activated, more codes are activated, and by one doing the work, she's also doing the work for you, and you activate the other. It's such a powerful dynamic that happens. So the work is potentialized. If you are doing 10, if you are doing 22, if you are doing 33, like imagine all the healing process is multiplied by how many people are doing, if the energetic field is actually very well held by people that have done this work. So what is going to happen on Sunday is we are doing a powerful women's circle to go deeper on all these themes. It's so important for us to heal and to alchemize energetically, emotionally, our wombs and our yonis. There is nothing in the world, I'm telling you. Every time I'm feeling my womb, sometimes you may feel, but you don't really understand, you have a fog in your womb. You don't have even clear vision about your purpose. The steam, like the sauna cleans your body, the steam also come and cleanse your pores, can cleanse your energetics, cleanse your vision, cleanse your third eye, because also in your yoni, you have access to all your centers and channels into the body. So by doing this work and activating yourself, activating your womb, you are also clearing your vision. So you have clarity, more clarity. I have had a lot of ideas and creative ideas when I do Yoni Steaming. So sometimes I'm purging emotions, I'm purging my energetic field, and then I receive a code. And then energy flows, and when energy flows, more things get alchemized inside of me. When I'm clear, when I heal the room, when I clear the room, I can see more, I can expand, I can connect deeper into myself. And when we connect deeper into myself, into my powers, I can connect better with the other. So actually the benefits are just huge of doing this. And it's the first time I'm doing in collective. Well, like a circle like this, I normally do in my retreats, and I had this opportunity to do a very powerful human circle in a very exclusive luxury hotel. So we have all the perfect environment, is heated, so it's really cozy place. It has such plants, there is a garden there. Well, we are in the closed space, of course, but it's so beautiful. And when we are surrounded by beauty, the feminine just arises. Also, I have here, just I don't want to forget, if you have problems with your pH, sometimes there are women that have problems with odor. We have like some smell, and sometimes it changes. The womb steaming is like really after, it smells like roses, girls. Like honestly, you smell like rose, like flowers. Can you believe it? Like if you have a partner, and I had a partner, and he used to like say like when you do womb steaming, it's like your yoni is like, it's such a perfume. And when it's activated, when our yoni gets activated, when our real smell is also activated, and your sexuality and your relationship with a partner, it's just like wow, it changes, because also it gets very aphrodisiac. It's such a beautiful magic that happens. For me, if I had to put a highlight into the Yoni Steaming, was in healing emotional stagnation, healing my heart, because the heart so loves the feminine work and so loves to be connected with the Yoni and the womb. After the ritual, we will have a powerful practice to sink more and to let the benefits and our yonis to process all the ingredients and the medicine we received in the steaming, and it will be led by the amazing Isa. If you know Isa, she is just this power goddess, and it's going to be amazing, this yoga nidra that she's going to just offer after this ceremony, so we can deeply go and deep into the bodies and allow this medicine also to just spread into the body. When we are in deep states of relaxation, when we are in states of relaxation is when we play into the quantum, is when we alchemize it. So here I have how is the steaming actually done. So the steaming, we will have bowls prepared for you. That's why we need a registration at least until Saturday, because we will prepare the herbs for you. We have to buy the herbs for you and have the bowl prepared for you, and we ask the hotel that will bring like some things and towels and warm. So we actually need your confirmation before it's otherwise some people that come just in the day last minute, they can come, but it's probably most likely that you don't have your steam prepared, but you can even do the practice without the steam. Actually, women with menstruation, they also can come, because we will do also the ceremony for the ones who are menstruating. We are not doing the steam, but you are, because some of the women are now menstruating, but you also can do the exercise, and will be extremely healing. Just you by sitting in a powerful circle of women. All my circles of women for womb healing are without steaming, and they have incredible benefits. So we are just doing like the same, but with the steaming. So for those who are menstruation, they can come and just let me know, because I will do circle and guidance and specific also for you, and also the ones who are not menstruation, you can receive the benefits of the steaming. How long is the event? So more or less 3 hours. Yes. Yeah. And yeah. And I think this is all for it. And I love this work. It's so inspiring, and as much as I connect with my womb, the most creativity I have, the most, as much as I heal my yoni, the most sexual energy I have, the most pleasure I have. I have so much pleasure when my yoni is just released and purified. And even the smell, your smell, the real smell, when you do this practice, like your pH just comes back to the original pH, and your smell amazing. It's so aphrodisiac. Really, you go in the streets and people can feel that you are different. You just cleanse all that no longer serve, and you are purified. You are in pure essence. You are in pure shine. The event starts at 3. Yeah. So thank you so much for this. And also, if you are a woman that are searching for getting pregnant, this is just the best practice for that, because it increases your fertility. There is also special blends for fertility, that have healed women that could not have were not having problems with getting pregnant, and after womb steaming they got pregnant. So after doing this work, I know a lot of women that had to do womb work that they could not get pregnant, and they start to do womb work and they get pregnant like next month. So it's for fertility issues is really, really, really the best medicine. And if you are in that case, also contact me in private, because we can do a special blend for you. Also, if the ones that are not searching to get pregnant, is amazing, because increasing your fertility increases your sexual energy, your libido. Also, the Yoni Steaming moisturizes your yoni. So if you have problems with dryness, Yoni Steaming moisturizes your yoni. You have more, it's easier for you also to connect with your waters. And yeah. So thank you so much. This is for today. The next womb steaming, well, I never done womb steaming in 2 years. This is the first time I'm doing. And next month I will leave Portugal, unfortunately. So if try to come on Sunday, try really to come. I don't have schedule. I don't have schedule for my programs, just the retreats. Things come to me in the month. I normally never repeat nothing. Normally I receive the channelings 1 week before, and Armas in Soul really struggles with that, because that's how it is. I receive the channelings from the guides. I tune in what the collective womb needs, and I do circles of women depending on what it's needed in our planet at the moment, especially the place where I am. Okay, so thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining me in this episode. I hope you have enjoyed, and if so, let me know how it landed to you. For now, have a gorgeous, beautiful day, and I see you on the next one.